Connor Thomas began selling Cutco in September of 2018 in the Bloomington office while he was a student at the Illinois State University. Sold $11,000 that first semester, those first few months. And then right after that, so sold 11,000 in like 3-4 months, and then sold 10,000 in 2 weeks at the beginning of January to qualify for what Carlos just referenced, which was the January push and trip, which was to Jamaica. That's where I got a chance to really meet Connor. He finished that spring semester selling $25,000 and earning his first scholarship. That summer of 2019, sold $44,000 while being an assistant manager in Bloomington, earned his second scholarship, and really finished strong. I believe he sold about $14,000 in the last 2 weeks. He sold $22,000 that fall to earn his third scholarship in 1 year and earning the trifecta. Sold $92,000 that first full year in 2019. This past summer in 2020, ran the number 20 branch office in the nation, earning a trip to Australia, New Zealand, and is running another branch this summer in Champaign, Illinois, and is currently the number 7 branch in the entire company. Connor's personal sales are $160,000. Adding in his branch, he's nearly at $400,000 in sales. He's speaking to you today on building your client base, and he rebuilt his names list multiple times throughout his career for push periods. He's a multiple-time ROC winner, again, earning Jamaica, also earned a trip to Cabo, $19,000 SC2 push while he was an assistant manager in 2019. And so he's here to talk to you on building your client base. Let's give it up for Connor.
All right. Thank you for the intro, Kyle. I appreciate that. And thank you all for being here on SC1 and investing in yourself, upgrading your Cutco skills, and becoming a better Cutco salesman. I appreciate you all for being here. So today I'm going to help you think of more people that you can show Cutco to. I'm going to help you build your initial list. Okay. So whether that's you didn't work too hard in training, building your initial list in the first place, whether you've been here for a couple months and you need to rebuild your list, or whether you just want to sell a lot of Cutco this summer. So you're looking to add more people to your list so you can get things rolling. I'm here to help you brainstorm and think of as many ways and ideas to add more people to your network. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I still say that whenever I'm about to. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of that habit. But building your names list. So I'm going to give you some categories. First of all, your friends. Yes, I'm sure you've done demos with a lot of your friends' parents, but there is no way that you've done a demo with all of your friends' parents. So yeah, if you have 15 friends right now, maybe you've done a demo with all 15 of them, but that doesn't, I'm not just talking about friends that you're super close with, friends that you know here and there, acquaintances, friends you met in college, friends from high school, friends you met freshman year of college in the dorm, but you don't talk to anymore. If you have their contact on Snapchat or Instagram, you can ask them for the parents' number. So example was Carson, my brother. When he started, he lost his phone a couple months before he got started. So when he got started, he didn't have a lot of his friends in his contacts. He had probably 20 or 30. So what he did was he messaged them on Instagram. He would DM them on Instagram, or he would snap message them. You don't want to post on your story. You want to DM people and ask for their parents' numbers. I'm going to throw what I said in the chat. It's very easy. I would send this. It's really quick and short. I did this last winter break 6 months ago. I sent it to 3 of my friends. It was Catherine, Kaylee, and Sherman. I actually don't even know Sherman's first name because I met him about a year before this happened. He's one of my fraternity brothers' roommates. I don't know him too well. I liked him. I always call him Sherman. I don't know his first name. I literally sent this message to those 3 people. Those 3 people replied with just a phone number. So what I'd do is I'd ask what's their mom's name. That's how easy it was. It's easy as that. You just got to ask, okay? So just send this message to people you've met here and there, whoever you haven't done a demo with their parents yet, okay? Next place is your high school. I'm sure most of you are out of high school. Most of you are probably in college already. So it's been a couple years since you've been in high school. Maybe you just graduated. There's still people in high school you haven't asked for their parents' numbers. So think about kids your age, whether you know them from PE class, whether you sat at their lunch table, whether you met them in math or science class, okay? Who are the cool kids at your high school? Who are the older cool kids before you came the cool kid at your high school? Think about the kids in your grade above you, the kids in the grade above you and below you. Who were the kids that always had the new shoes, new phone, nice clothes? Maybe they're a little bit spoiled. Who are those people? Maybe you didn't like them, maybe you did. Do a demo with their parents. A tool that can help you do this is your yearbook. So you don't need to get that right now, but you can grab that later. You can find as many people as you want in there, older, younger, your age group. The next place is your church or your place of worship. So church, mosque, synagogue. Who do you see at church? Who do you only know from church? Who do you sit by there? Who is your mom always socializing with afterwards? Who are you always, your mom's always talking to this person, so you're always waiting on her. Who is that? You want to do a demo with them. Next is, who is your best friend from preschool until now? For me, it's changed every year. It was Jimmy Young was my preschool best friend. I have not done a demo with his parents yet. I was not really friends with him too long after that, so I could find his number, so I'm going to. First grade was Nick Herman. I did a demo with his parents. They didn't buy Cutco, but they gave me some recommendations. Second grade, it was Blake Lester. His parents bought Cutco from Corbin Neff, my friend from high school. It was 3 months before I started the job because it was the summer right before I started. So if you don't do a demo with them, someone else will. Third grade best friend was Nick Herman again. Fourth grade was Blake Lester again. Fifth grade was Kyle Shum. I did a demo with his parents. No sale, no Rex, but I still did a demo. Still got $18. Sixth grade was Max Proctor. His parents already had Cutco. His older brother sold Cutco a long time ago. They bought more Cutco. They've actually bought from me twice now. Seventh grade was Brendan Shobe. Again, someone did a demo with his parents the summer right before I started, so they didn't want to see another presentation. Unfortunately, they didn't buy Cutco because whoever did a demo with them didn't do a good demo. So you want to do a demo with all of your friends' parents. So the next one is your old teachers, your first grade teacher, second grade teacher. My third grade teacher, I got recommended to, but my friend Skylar, he's actually right here in this picture. He did a demo with her a couple months before. It wasn't even a couple months. It was about a month before I reached out to her. So I was too late again. So all of your teachers, counselors, who's your favorite counselor? Your principal, assistant principal, faculty there, ladies in the lunchroom if you have a good relationship with any of them. Okay, old teachers. Next one is your old teammates. I shouldn't even say old. Teammates and coaches, people that you played sports with, people that you grew up with. Someone on my chicken list. The chicken list is someone you're afraid to call. You're too chicken to call them because there's not a reason. I don't know why I'm afraid to call my football coach. Football is my favorite sport. But I'm a little bit too chicken to call him. I haven't done a demo with him yet. My basketball coach, I'm a little too chicken to call because I got cut from the basketball team my senior year, so I have decided not to call him yet. Old teachers, old teammates. Sorry, old coaches and old teammates is what I was trying to say. Teammates, whether it's travel ball. If you're on a travel team, they may not be from your hometown, so it's a great place to get into because if they're from a different town, well, their recommendations will be from a different town. Travel ball, all this and that. Teachers and teammates and coaches. Next one is your neighbors. So you can go ahead and knock on your neighbor's door if you know them personally. That's totally fine. I did that. I knocked on my 7 neighbors on my street. I did a demo with 2 of them. My next door neighbor didn't buy anything, and they gave me 1 or 2 Rex. My cross street neighbor, Jennifer Cavello, already had Cutco, bought a couple more pieces, recommended me to her daughters and someone else. One of her daughters bought some more Cutco. And then that's all I remember doing demos with. But that, me walking across the street, led to 2 sales. So all of your neighbors. Another thing is I live in a pond, so I didn't go right behind me. I wish I did though, because a year later, after I knocked on my neighbor's doors, a year later I got recommended to my neighbor straight behind me. They bought a cheese knife. She recommended me to her neighbors. One of them already had Cutco, just bought it, didn't want to see a demo. The other one was also one of Skylar's customers. So he's taken multiple of my customers now because I'm just too slow. So do demos with people you know. Okay. Next one is your family friends, your parents' friends, your aunts and uncles' best friends. Okay. My mom has given me, and she's helped me out with recommendations 4 separate times now. And training. She only gave me a couple because she wasn't too excited I was doing this job. She just wasn't. So she helped me out a little bit because she loves me, but she helped me out a lot. After I did a demo with her, she bought the Studio Plus 4 set. She gave me about 15 to 20 more recommendations. 4 months later, when I was trying to earn a trip to Jamaica, she gave me 10 to 15 more recommendations. One of them was to a mom of Grant Casper, and Grant was a year or two below me in school. We weren't even friends. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even say hi to him if I saw him in public. That's how little we knew each other. His mom, though, bought a signature set for me because his mom had just gotten divorced, and her dad and his dad, her ex-husband, took all the Cutco. So I'm glad I did a demo with her because she bought a signature set. It was my first signature set I ever sold. In the summer, so 8 months after I started, because I started in the fall, she gave me 15 more recs. I did demos with 11 of those people. This is during the SC2 push. Did demos with 11 of those people. 9 of them bought Cutco, sold a lot of Cutco. So your parents definitely can help you out even more than what they already have. Okay, so ask them again. And your aunts and uncles, feel free to ask them. Your second aunts and uncles. So your parents' cousins, your great uncles, so your grandparents' siblings. Do all of them. You want to help everybody in your family get Cutco. So talk to your parents and get more from them. Your parents' coworkers. One of the people that my mom recommended me to over the summer was Tina Ashworth, Tina and Jerry. They upgraded from the Galley to the Siggy and the flatware chest. Gave me 15 recs. 2 of those people lived in their neighborhood. They bought combined, it was right around $1,000 is what they both bought combined. So that one demo gave me close to $3,000 in CPO, or that one recommendation my mom gave me around $3,000 in CPO. So definitely talk to your parents. And also, who is like your family insurance agent, your financial advisor? Who's your realtor? Like, who sold your parents their house? What about your family dentist? I did a demo with my dentist. They bought him and his wife bought about $500 of Cutco. They give me recommendations, but it was still a sale. What about your doctor? What about your lawyer? Do a demo with them because they have a little bit extra money. So I'll do a demo with them. Plus, if they do business with you, you can do business with them. What about your barber or your hairstylist? Another one, my barber. I've been going with her for about 4 or 5 years. It was my 8 months into the job. My first summer, I asked her if she knew what Cutco was. She said, yes, I just bought a homemaker set last summer from someone else. So guess what? I was too late again. So bring Cutco up on the regular conversation. But yeah, you can do all that. If you're into cars, who's your mechanic? Okay. So those are all places you can brainstorm people to do demos with. So I already threw the text that you can text your friends in the chat. So DM people, text them, get a lot more names and numbers. The more you have, the merrier. You can never have too many. You can literally never have too many people to call. Okay. So make sure you work on this to rebuild your names list. All right. So I just talked about people who you know who you should do demos. Now I'm going to talk about people who you want to know who you should do demos with. Okay. So this is going with recommendations. I know I'm asked to talk about this, but I have to give you the goods on this because it's helped me so much. It's going to be real brief. When you're talking about recommendations, 1, the best way to get recommendations is to ask for them. 2, the best way to get recommendations is to ask for them by having the manual memorized, having page 16 memorized. I'm sure you've heard that many times before, but you probably, not all of you have it memorized. So that's why I'm saying again, memorize page 16. Once you have it memorized, you'll instantly get more recommendations. After you ask for recommendations, people are going to start giving them to you. If they're just saying names left and right, let them keep going. Once they slow down, once they're thinking, and once you can tell they need some help thinking, people give them some thought joggers. So take a picture of this screen if you haven't already. Thought joggers are ways that you can help them think of the people you want to do demos for. Okay. So here, that's a shame. Let me figure this out. I'm gonna leave this right here. Here's some thought joggers. So how you ask this question is not, you do not want to say this. Do you know someone who loves to cook? You say, who do you know who loves to cook? Who do you know who likes to have the best of everything? That's not a yes or no question. That's a, I know this person. So the reason why you do this whenever people need help thinking. So ask for people you want to see. Who do you know who has the biggest kitchen? Who you know who likes to gossip? They'll give you a lot of recs. Who you know who is a Patriots fan? So who's your favorite sports team? If it's a different sport, ask for them. Football, basketball, soccer, whatever it is, baseball. Favorite Patriots fan. So I wouldn't recommend asking for like Bears, Packers, Vikings. I would not do that. Or Is there a team that is in Kansas? I don't think so. I haven't heard of them, if anything. So yeah, don't ask for those teams. It's not worth your time. Patriots, second best would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, or who knows Tom Brady? Who would know Tom Brady? Who do you know who does this? Ask about all these. Another tip I want to give you is the nicest neighborhood in your town. Who who lives in Thornwood? Oh, this person lives in Thornwood? Okay, great. You do a demo with them. Once you're doing a demo with someone who lives in Thornwood, Mrs. Jones, what about your neighbor to the left of you? You think that would be nice enough to listen? All right, what about to the right of you? What about across the street? Who else do you know that lives on your street? And that's how you stay in the nice neighborhood, okay? These are tips that is going to help you. Who has kids to go to ISU, I'm going to do demos with them because it's going to be easy for me to connect with them, okay? So take a picture of this as well. I just gave you a lot of resources on how you can rebuild your names list, and then how, when you're asking for recommendations, you can see the people you want to see. And when you're giving these thought joggers, it's going to help them think of more people. So instead of just, when they give you 5 recs, instead of stopping there, it's like, well, hey, who do you know who does this? Ask for more, okay? When they're done, they're going to tell you they're done, okay? So I hope this helped you give you confidence of building your names list, how to do it, showing you that there's so many resources out there. The average person nowadays knows 1,000 people by first name, and you have not done anywhere close to 1,000 demos. Maybe some of you have, but I'd say most of you haven't. So I hope this helped you a lot. Go ahead and ask your manager if you have any questions. Your manager has been in the exact same position you have before, so they would be more than happy to help you out. They know how to help you out. But if you just use that text I threw in the chat earlier, send it to people that you want to do demos for their parents, they're going to text you their number right back. So I hope this helped. Let me know if you need anything else. Like I said, talk to your manager, and then go enjoy the rest of SC1.
All right, great stuff, Connor. And yeah, definitely. If you did, it looks like, oh, Jen got the screenshot in there. I was just going to ask, can somebody put a screenshot of those thought joggers? But it is in there if you want to download it. Connor, great stuff. And building your names list and rebuilding your names list is going to be something that many of you are doing leading into the SC2 push. Many of you are going to be going after some pretty big numbers for the SC2 push, and your manager is going to begin to, if they haven't already, talk to you about building to 200 plus names and numbers ready for that first big phone jam leading into the SC2 push. So you will be getting the recording of Connor's message so that you can kind of redo this brainstorming exercise at your own pace and continue to add to your lists.